Oh, it looks like it is official. As I said, I will come back here and I'll give you an update because I saw that other platforms were not giving updates. No SABC, no nothing. So looks like Bushiri will be getting extradited. So the other platforms, maybe they'll confirm it later. But for now, I was doing a live stream about 40 minutes ago on Facebook, and I had two people who were in Malawi. Thank you very much. I highly appreciate you guys. Cannot say it enough. When I was still reporting that Bushiri is in court today, and it was been difficult to kind of track the case and the articles and all those kind of things, when these two guys said, no, the judgment has just been handed down, when I was live, okay, and I had to kind of like look over it, and the other person stated the source. I had to go back, look at who the source was, and the source turned out to be a journalist who is in Malawi, works for a very big platform over in Malawi. And so I took that to be, okay, now that's the first journalist confirming or affirming that this particular story, because I was given the source of the news and I was able to validate that the person was actually indeed a journalist down in Malawi. I think he works for Zodiac or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And so a second person did come in and then said, yes, the judgment is actually against Bushiri, and he is going to be extradited to South Africa. So I was like, okay. So those were two people saying saying that they had two different sources. Then I also did see Tsanin News. This is a platform from Limpopo. Now, bear in mind, this is before the articles you might be seeing from Daily Sun and everybody else probably have reported. Tsanin News on Facebook also did actually report about the same thing. Tsanin Voice. They said breaking news. This is about 10 minutes from the time when they have posted. So that's the third person that I'm seeing who I haven't talked to, who is actually saying, yes, it's the same. Then I also did confirm with the third journalist. He's a South African journalist, and he does get like news very early. I WhatsApped him, sent him a message, and he said, yes, that judgment is thing. So that's the fourth person that I confirmed with. So that's when I'm now doing this video. So before you might see all the other ones, so I'm saying it so that you know, if there is any details that they say, I haven't seen them. I'm only going on the information that I now have that he is going to be extradited. That's confirmed. Now, with that being said, let's go back, because remember, it's been a while. It's been a couple of years, you know, since Bushiri ran away from South Africa. He's been a fugitive all this while, okay? So I gotta go back and remind, what cases was he coming back to respond to? Now, I'm going to list off 4 charges that he is actually, 4 charges that he's actually being charged for, that we got to go through here so that we understand the severity, the seriousness of the cases. It's very easy to be out here claiming, you know, me, I stand with. Let's go back into the cases. Case number 1. Fraud and money laundering of 102 million case. Okay, this particular case, it involves him and his wife as well. And also remember, they are also co-accused, and the co-accused, I think they appeared at some other time. And so they were accused of defrauding investors of 102 million. Now that case right there, when it stands, you might have to go through trial, and whatever evidence they have gathered, which when the judge saw in Malawi, said, you gotta go answer for this. And bear in mind, when he went over there, he made it about xenophobia and whatnot. And I said, if you watch my first video when Bushiri ran away, I said, this idea and narrative that he's peddling of, you know, it's xenophobia. It's an easy target because he knows that it's very sensitive with people that are outside the country. Okay. And so it's an easy target. He makes it a part of his thing, but for him, so 120 million, 102 million, $6.2 million at the time, according to value. Okay. And then this particular thing also involves charges alleging that the investment scheme was done through his church. That is one of the charges. Okay. Now, He was arrested in October 2020, right? And then he fled to Malawi. Then, second charge, contravention of the illegal immigration laws. So he's broken the law of immigration. So already we got to deal with that. Okay? We got to deal with that. That's another one because he absconded the authorities. You know, when they give you a bail, they give you a bail because you will not flee. You are guaranteeing them, you know, Mandem's going to be here, Mandem's going to be chilled and what. Him, the Mandem said, no, we're not doing that. He dipped it. So that's a contravention of immigration law. He went out of the country without proper, you understand, recognition of thingy. So the authorities will have to answer to on that. The authorities will have to bring that charge back on thing. Now also, he broke bail conditions. Now the bail conditions, I'll come back to it. It's number 4. But there was also allegations, there are these words we can't say on social media, which is that he forced himself and stuff. And remember, those, according to what we heard by the time when he had exited, okay, when he went away from the country, that's when we found out that those years are actually going down into the teens, okay? So those charges are hectic. Those charges are hectic. It says multiple women had actually accused him of thingy, and he exploited. And also remember, defeating the ends of justice. The idea that this particular thingy, they were being swept under and whatnot, that might actually come up as a charge. Remember, they can actually add a charge once you're there, right? Until the trial, by the time the trial starts, they've already put all these things up. And so that's crazy. Now, that also brings up point number 4, which I said earlier on. He breached his bail conditions. His bail conditions were that he is not allowed to leave without letting the officials know where he's going. And there was a day he was supposed to pitch up at the station, whichever station he chose to do that at. He was actually required to give updates concerning his whereabouts and all those things. So these are all charges that he will have to deal with when he comes back. And so the allegations allegations, those ones, I know that there were other cases that came up after he left. And then also, the breaching of thingy, that came up after he escaped. So the allegation that might have been there were cases before. And then the contravention of immigration law, that's a new charge that he will get when he comes back. And then the money laundering one and thingy, which is what got him arrested. So these other ones, this other thingy, like 2 of these other ones, these are charges he will have to pick up when he gets back. Those are all charges he will pick up. Because why? You did contrary to what you were allowed to do as per your conditions. Listen, this thing, as we pray with me, I stand with. That's not about stand with. There's right, there's wrong. And you guys like twisting what is wrong. You like twisting, working around things and what. It doesn't work like that, guys. So stop doing those things. Stop this whole thing of I stand with. Stand aside. Other kids were done wrong. They had to seize hotels and whatnot. You saw what was happening. They had to seize certain properties and things that he has. Only God if he has other ones, which are, God knows where those are. And I wonder, when he was over there, was all the money in the church going properly? Or was the money going, like the branches locally, we know that most of them do not, all those kind of things. So was the money also going properly, or were things being done properly? Or same channel? I'm just asking, because this can pick up new charges. This can pick up new charges. Now, I don't know about There is a certain charge that I'm not certain about if it's a thing here in South Africa. I know this particular thing of moving a person from one province to another province in the US for the purpose of sexual favors, that's actually called sex trafficking. Okay, now the whole thing of, you know, girls from Gauteng to Free State and the hotel and all, yeah, with it in the US, that will be an entire charge for that. But I don't know if it's a thing here. If you are a low person, please do alert me down in the comment section. So that is the thing that I wanted to report pertaining this particular thing. Yes, Bushiri has been ordered to have been Now, the part that like I said on the last video, I don't know if that means that they keep him there in jail until he's extradited. I've been hearing Murebi's name. I don't know if Murebi is even part of the investigation of this particular thing right now. And so him Murebi was just open a case against, because the things that have been said about them is way too much. I don't even know if Murebi is even a female cop or a male cop. My apologies if either. Don't mean it in an offensive way. And so those ones, I don't know if it's illegal here. I know that in the US that is for moving one person to one province to another province. Just for that particular, it's very illegal in the US. But those will be some of the new charges he will pick up when he gets back into South Africa. Sexuality show with daily Christian commentary videos, keeping you updated. Turn on notification. Other episodes which are done today, they'll be down in the pre-comments. I'll check you out on a later on video.